Hello, my name is Jack Poole, and this is the demonstration of my advanced 3D game project. If we just begin the game now. So my game is a kind of class-based tank shooter with up to 4 players, competitive, and 3 maps. It does also contain a team system, so that multiple players can team up, and there is 4 teams in total: the red, blue, purple, and white team, and 3 maps that players can choose between. There is 2 game modes, a kind of collection game mode and a deathmatch game mode. However, the deathmatch game mode is technically 2 game modes in one, as it also has a kind of survival round-based variant as well. So first, I will demonstrate the basic deathmatch. With 2 players, I have 2 controllers here. So pressing the right trigger will allow another player to join the game, and pressing the left trigger will remove a player from the game. This obviously is limited to between 1 and 4 players, so that you can't break the bounds. As I only have 2 controllers here, I will simply go with 2 players. We'll make one of them blue team and the other one red team. As I said, it's a class-based shooter, so I can also change classes. There are 4 classes in the game, but with the ability to add more should I want to in the future. There is a kind of just very basic tank who has a healing ability, a tank with a slower movement, a sniper, and a unique resource, a kind of energy meter, a sort of hunter who uses fuel to travel around and has a flamethrower, and a kind of slightly more complex tank that, rather than a secondary ability, instead has an inventory system. We'll start by just using, I suppose, a basic tank and a sniper to kind of get a gist for how the game plays. As you can see, there are sliders down here at the bottom that you can tweak. So objective is how many kills. We'll just draw a small amount for the demonstration. Rounds, if you want this to be kind of round-based instead of kill-based, we'll untick that. And this is how long before sudden death. This is only really applicable for the kind of round-based game mode and the collection-based game mode. So we don't need to alter that for right now. As you can see, there's 3 maps we can select between. Should we not select a map, it will default us to map 1. We can try that. We'll go with map 1 for the initial demonstration, as it's the kind of simplest and easiest to understand map. If we click play deathmatch, you can see it spawns us in. It will never spawn a tank nearby another tank. That includes respawning as well. So you can see we're controlling the blue tank here. We can move around. The gauge you can see at the bottom is our ammo. We can fire, and our ammo goes down. Once that ammo reaches none, when we fire again, it will reload our gun. There we go. We can select these resources to fill it back up again. Right, so I will now hunt down and attempt to kill this sniper. We can see we kill him. Our score at the top goes up to 1 point for blue team, and you can see the other number at the top is how many kills we need to win, which is currently 4. As you can see, it respawned nowhere close to us, so we're going to have to make our way across. We'll show getting a kill with the red player now, so he can move across the map a lot slower, and we shall attempt to kill off our blue tank here. We can see our blue tank has perished and respawned. Actually respawned at a similar point because the tank moved away from that area. We can see that both teams have 1 point. I will now get 3 more kills with the blue tank to show what happens when we win the game. As you can see, this time it respawned up here, and there's many spawn points for the different teams. There we go, we now up to 3 points. The next kill we get will take us up to 4 points, wins the game, and takes us back to the main menu. As you can see, and it indicates in the top left now that blue is the winning team, which is obviously accurate because blue team won. Okay, so I'll now showcase the kind of round-based variant to the deathmatch, and we'll use the middle map for this instead of the first. I'll keep the sudden death wait timer low so we can see what that actually does in action, and I'll also keep the objectives fairly low, so again for demonstration purposes, so we can get through it fairly quickly. We'll also try 2 different teams here, so we'll try the white team and the purple team, and we'll use the different classes here, so we can use the hunter and the scrapper. Okay, so we'll click play on the deathmatch. You can see we're on the other map here. The kind of fire effects on this map actually semi-randomize each time you play it, just to add some visual difference to the game. So it's 3 rounds to win. As you can see, this is what happens when we hit sudden death. The camera slowly starts to zoom in, and if you're caught outside of its radius, you'll die. And obviously, if there's only one tank left at that point, they will win the round. So just getting a standard kill first. There you go. You can see our score went up to 1, and it kind of reset the round. It also reset the sudden death timer. We'll show actually the second kill through sudden death. So if we just wait for the camera to zoom in, there's a slight bit of lenience when you're outside of the camera range, just so people have a slight bit of time to recover if they're just accidentally caught out. It does this via kind of projecting a cone up onto the area. There you can see that the tank died, and it again awarded us a point. Just to showcase this is working correctly, I'll get a kill with white team now, and we'll see white team's point increases. In fact, we can use the sudden death again to get this kill, just to demonstrate it once again. So we'll zoom the tank slightly out here, and you can see when he gets nipped by kind of the edge of the camera, he'll perish. There we go. The camera actually stops after a certain period, so we can see this is kind of the ultimate place in which it'll reach. We'll just show a kill normally then, but again, if you walked outside this radius, it would ultimately end up. Flamethrower to whittle the tank down here. There we go, and you can see now white has 1 point. We'll now showcase winning the round, see that was just as easily present a win on the main menu screen. Navigate over here. There you go, you can see that it's clearly showcasing at the top that purple team won this round. We'll now showcase the other game mode. The other game mode is slightly more complex than a simple deathmatch. Essentially, over time, enemies will spawn that are using a custom AI tree. Killing these enemies will cause them to drop kind of like little point spheres that I call nibbles. You can collect them nibbles and deposit them in the kind of green area zones, and that will award points for your team. After a set amount of time, the game mode will end, and at the end of that time, the team with the most nibbles will win. So, accidentally had another player there. We'll try blue team again, and this time we'll try, what class? We'll just try the basic 2 classes, so just the red and blue of the basic 2 classes. You can see that if you don't select a team, it will default you to red. So we'll try the third map here. This map is slightly asymmetrical. The objective and rounds don't matter so much for this game mode, but the sudden death timer does, because this kind of indicates how long the round will last. So we'll just turn this up a notch, just so we can see it in action here. And we'll click play on the game mode. You see, so it gets put 120 seconds roughly at the start. The spawn point for this map is near that kind of yellow mushroom at the bottom of the screen. So you'll see every 10 seconds you can see it spawns. And this AI will follow a path unless it sees a player. It tries to avoid a player or lay a mine on the player. You can see, there you go, it attempted to lay a mine on me. It's now trying to avoid that mine, but you can see if I go into it, it will once again go free and try and follow the path to its natural course. You can see that they also try and avoid each other, and occasionally this results in them kind of getting stuck in one area. That is on purpose. You can see there they've bunched up at the top because now when a player intervenes, although this one is chasing me down to lay a mine, if I reach the top here and kill them, you can see that we'll start to kind of react to the player when they're nearby. There we go, but I have killed them. Oh, although this one is now chasing me down and has laid a mine. They do occasionally blow themselves up. These are the more stupid variant of the AI. There is a smarter variant, but it's a much rarer spawn. So you can see we've collected some nibbles, and when we deposit it displays the 4. So we collect 2 points there. The stronger variants just spawned. You will see this attempts to kind of melee attack the player, and it also heals itself when it can. If there is 2 of these creatures, they will also battle one another. They kind of only require the one. They're also a lot harder to kill, so I might have some difficulty here. If you just bear with me 2 seconds, I'll try and get him, although he's a lot sneakier than the others. Oh, okay. I'm very worried about my health here. See, these actually manages to kill me then. When a player dies, it actually loses all of its kind of held points as well. There we go, so the round ended, and you can see that the winning team was purple. Again, that game mode is a lot more hectic, and it actually works a lot better with more players, as the kind of nibbles are being killed more often, and thus there's more of a kind of player-to-player balance. Obviously, there's only one of me here, so I can't really test the competitive elements as well. But that's basically all there is to the game. All the game modes work with all the maps. There are multiple classes that can be selected, and the 4 teams that work. And I believe that is all I have to showcase. So thanks for watching. Cheers.